Labor Day. Back to school. In the United States, Labor Day is the first Monday in September. It's time to enjoy one last blast of summer fun before the school year starts for many American children. Government offices and many business close. Some people get day off work and might throw a party. Labor Day isn't just a day to take it easy. So, it's also a day to honor American workers, past and present. To understand what Labor Day honors, it's important to learn about this history of workers in the United States. Machines and workers. In the late 17,000s and early 18,000s, many new kinds of machines were invented. People who had money to buy the machines started to make more money. However, machines now did jobs that people used to do. Many people moved to cities and went to work in factories. They no longer had any other way to make money. Many factory owners wanted to pay workers as little as possible. Workers often lost their jobs if they asked for more money. In the 18,000s, low pay, long working hours, and unsafe workplaces were common. Tough jobs. Many workers in the 18,000s got little time of off work. The United States had no rules about how many hours people could work. Many factory workers worked 100 hours a week. Workers who did not like this could easily lose their jobs. Child labor. By the early 18,000s, about 2 million children were working in mills or factories in the United States. Many were from families with too little money to support them. Children often held jobs before age 10, sometimes as young as 6 or 7. They worked 6 days a week, up to 18 hours each day. This left little time for rest and no time for school or play. Many children became ill from the unsafe working conditions and long hours. Workers joined together. Over time, workers wanted more of a say in how they were treated. Groups of workers came together to form labor unions to protect their rights in the workplace. Labor unions help get companies to agree to better hours, pay, and safer workplaces. Unions sometimes call for workers to stop working or strike to get a better deal at their jobs. In 1869, President Ulysses S. Grant made a new rule that government workers only had to work 8 hours each day. Soon after, people started working to get a law passed that would do the same for workers. Women were mostly left out of the early labor movement, but women were still fighting for voting rights and fair working conditions. One step forward for women's rights was when clothing workers in New York City formed a big union to show that women were important to the labor movement. Help from Congress. In 1938, Congress passed an important set of laws to help workers. The laws said a work week could not be more than 44 hours. It was changed to 40 hours 2 years later. The laws also set the lowest pay allowed. The laws helped make sure workers earned at least enough money to meet their basic needs. The laws also said hourly workers had to be paid extra when they worked more than 40 hours each week. Workers earn 1.5 times the usually hourly rate for each extra hour they work. These laws were meant to keep companies from forcing people to work too many hours. The laws also made safety rules and said that young children could not work at many types of jobs. Children now had to be 16 years old to work during school hours. It could be 14 for something for some after school jobs. A new holiday. Labor Day was first celebrated in New York City in 1882. In 1887, Oregon became the first state to pass a law making Labor Day a holiday. 30 more states did the same before the US government made Labor Day a holiday for the whole nation in 1898. 84. Canada also celebrates Labor Day on the first Monday in September. More than 60 other countries instead celebrate a holiday to honor workers on May 1st. On these holidays, people around the world learn about their labor rights. A better future. Today, labor movements continue to help workers. The COVID 19 pandemic, which arrived in the United States in early 2020, brought attention to certain groups of workers. To support these workers, many have called to raise the lowest possible pay. In 2022, the United States raised the lowest pay for government workers to $15 an hour. For all other workers, it stayed $7.25 an hour. On Labor Day, take a moment to honor the workers who built better lives for themselves and their communities.